This is Just the Job. G'day and welcome to Just the Job. It's great to be here again this week, and make sure you stick around because we have 3 more really exciting careers to show you, and you never know, one of them could be exactly what you're looking for. Plus, stick around because we have a whole lot of helpful advice and tips that could make that important career choice a whole lot easier for you as well. In today's show, 17-year-old Jamie O'Neill was off to check out life on one of Southland's top sheep and beef farms. Greg Griffiths from Tauranga is interested in a career within the construction industry, so we see if solid plastering is something he can turn his hand to. And 18-year-old Thomas Larson is off to a luxury vehicle outlet to find out if his interest in mechanics could see him take up a career as an automotive technician. But first up, let's see how Jamie gets on when she finds out there's plenty to do when it comes to looking after a 1,900-hectare sheep and beef farm.
I'm Jamie O'Neill. I'm Year 13 at Gore High School. I'm here at Jeff Farm to check out the job of sheep and beef farming.
Well, Jamie's heading to one of Southland's best, the award-winning Jeff Farm, where she's to be mentored by farm manager John Chittick.
Hi, I'm John.
Hello, Jamie.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm the manager of Jeff Farm, and this is a farm location map that's to show you the outlines of the boundary and that. And most importantly, a pocket knife.
Good, very handy.
Yeah. Okay, Jamie, we'll go and show you the outlines of the farm.
Cool.
Jeff Farm is one of a kind. Over 50 years ago, the land was gifted to the Salvation Army in order to train young farmers. Today, this top sheep, beef and deer farm near Gore still maintains the spirit of the original bequest. And each year, 4 junior shepherds live at the farm and are trained in practical farming skills by Farmer John.
This is the wool shed and the quarters where you'll be staying down here, and our truck shed and deer facilities. It gives us a lot of enjoyment to see these young people come through and move on to other employments after a couple of years and come back and catch up with us and see how they've really moved on. Hey Jay, if you get in behind those cattle that are up on the overpass and bring them down to the cattle yard so we can weigh them. Jamie, I'll get you to take the motorbike and stop at the firewood gate here.
The farm runs 24,000 stock and a quarter of them are cattle.
No, we have a lot of pride in the farm, and when you're educating the young people, it's good to show them that if the farm's been well run, that they appreciate what's happening and shows them do the job once and do it properly. These cattle that we've brought in, we're going to weigh into 2 lines. We're going to take any cattle that are above 530 kgs. We'll go straight ahead. They're going to the freezing works.
New Zealand beef farmers have a long-established world reputation. Top quality pasture, farm management techniques and skilled breeding programs have added up to produce some of the best beef in the world. Jamie's not beefing around, she's doing well.
Hello, George. Hello, George.
On a sheep and beef farm, well-trained dogs are a vital part of life in the paddocks. Next lesson is one of the most important, controlling your dog.
Give him a walk again. Good girl. Well done. Stopping and doing everything for you. You can run him better than I can. Oh, that's good. George! And if George has been naughty, I can make him lie right down.
That's handy.
And when the day's work is done, it's time for all feet to go up, both 4 and 2.
The cadets live in the quarters. They've all got their own rooms and en-suites, and they've got a games room.
What's it like working here?
No, it's not too bad. It's pretty cruisy, but when the work's on, we do work hard, that's for sure.
Are you enjoying working here?
Yeah, loving it, eh? Absolutely loving it. It's a good way to learn stuff, and it's a good way to train dogs. You get the work for your dogs, and yeah, it's good.
It's 7 a.m. and the sun is up. Just as well the quarters were cosy, out here it's just 2 degrees.
Morning.
Morning.
You sleep well, Jamie?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. You all ready for work today then?
Yeah.
We start, 7 o'clock in the summer and go through to 5:30. But it's like all farming operations. We have our busy times and we have our lull times. So when the work's on, we work to it. We've got it completed.
Back out in the yard, the lambs might be looking cute, but there's no place here for sentiment. They're off to the freezing works today.
Oh, might as well just draft black-faced ones out from white-faced ones. Just put your black-faced ones into here. Let all your white-faced ones go ahead since they're the biggest line. Pretty simple. Give them a nudge.
Whoop, wrong one. Whoop.
Made many muck-ups there?
A couple.
Oh, drafters got to catch their own mistakes, so away you go. Go and catch some black-faced lambs out of there if you like and pop them over the rail into the next pen.
Cool.
How does that sound?
Okay.
Just jam them in the corner there and go for it.
Oh, yep. No, the sheep weren't very nice. I was able to get my revenge when they went sent off to the work this afternoon.
There's training designed to equip people at all levels of experience in the sheep and beef sector of the farming industry. A Level 2 certificate is for farm workers, Level 3 for shepherds, and then there are higher levels for managers and owners. There are 2 national certificates in fencing. Level 3 is more advanced with specialised strands in electric and non-electric fencing. There are no specific requirements to become a farmer or farm manager, and most farming skills are gained on the job. Well done, Jamie, you definitely got stuck in and you proved that farming can be an awesome career regardless of whether you're male or female. After the break, we see if Greg has a steady hand and an eye for detail when he checks out a career in solid plastering. This is Just the Job. Welcome back to Just the Job, where we look at a whole range of opportunities to help you learn more about what it is you could be doing as a career. Now, if you've just joined us, then how does a physical job with a change in scenery almost every day sound? Sounds pretty good to me, so let's see if this next career could be something for you to consider as Greg takes up the challenge of solid plastering.
I'm Greg, I'm 17 years old, and I think plastering will be pretty easy, so I'd like to give it a go.
You might be in for a bit of a shock there, Greg. Solid plastering is used to coat the outsides of houses and offices, covering brick, blocks and other surfaces. It involves a set of skills that must be mastered in order for the finished plastic surface to make the house look great.
Hey, mate.
Copley's solid plasterers foreman Nick will be starting you on that path.
It's normally 3 coats in block work for plastering, which the first coat of which we'll be doing today, which is slushing, which just consists of 50-50 mix of sand and cement. So today we'll just be doing 3 and 3s, which is 3 sand and 3 cement.
They call plaster mud in the trade, and mixing it is where all apprentices start. But that doesn't mean it's easy.
Hang on, bro. You need to pull that right up to the top, so if you can just put a bit more sand in.
If you get it wrong, the plaster won't stay on the wall, and that can be costly. So Nick keeps an eye on Greg.
We like to have a kind of a stronger type person, you know, because there's quite a lot of manual, physically hard stuff to do during the day. You look at a person who can walk onto the site and just, you know, say yes to everything we want. You know, you'll give anything a go.
The first layer is a slush coat that acts as a key for the second coat to grip onto.
Flicking it on there with quite a bit of force.
Is that so it sticks onto the wall?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Greg's got the muscle and he gets the theory, so do the skills come as naturally.
Any of the bald patches that you can see, you need to get those as well, or else we'll have the second coat peeling off the wall.
Greg's showing a real enthusiasm to get the job done, which is good because the entrance wall is ready for a second coat of mud to go up.
Oh yeah, mate, so there's the mission. If you've chosen to accept it, we'll see what you can do by yourself. No training. Here we go.
He's looking confident, but will Greg regret his earlier words?
One of the biggest myths that jump to mind is people always coming up to you and saying, oh, it's just like buttering a piece of bread, eh, mate? Or icing a cake, when in actual fact it's nothing like icing a cake or buttering a bread. All right, that's all very well if we want to get finished by Christmas, but give it another go. I'll show you how we do it in the trade. Okay, mate, so that's how we do it. So I'll just give you a few pointers. Stick your hawk inside the mud barrow, push some mud up onto it.
What's a hawk?
This thing here, okay? And you do it above the barrow so you're not dropping mud anywhere else. Just one motion, flip it over, and it's centred in the middle of your hawk. Some people can come on site and have it sussed in a day and totally freak everyone out. But you know, myself, I spent hours and hours just practicing using that hawk and trowel. You tip your hawk over and flip it onto your trowel like that. Right, once again. Generally the hardest thing to pick up is taking the mud off the hawk. You know, you have to really, it takes a bit of getting used to, getting the knack of it. I'll just tidy this up for us, bro, and you can carry on practicing over the barrow, eh?
Okay.
Excellent. It's all a combination of angle of the tool, pressure on the wall, and you know, the speed you're putting it on.
Practice makes perfect, and Greg is getting the hang of it. Nick uses a screed to wear the plaster back to a flat surface, and any hollows are refilled. With the wall drying, it's Greg's chance for morning tea and a chat with apprentice Norton.
Had you been doing plastering before you started your apprenticeship?
Yeah, I did it for about 3 years after I signed up. Did a year and a half on the mixer, just making the plaster and that. Then the boss slowly got me on the wall every now and then, building up those skills.
Okay, Greg, we're on to the third and final stage of our plastering mission today.
The final coat is a pre-mix, which includes a range of resins to help it harden after a few hours. The coat has to go on fast, so Greg and the team rip into it.
Good bunch of blokes that you work with and get used to each other, so you know you can give each other a bit of stick and they can give it back, which is great, and it's a good way to get through the day quickly while at the same time doing your job. Coming to the final stage, the sponge finish. We use one of these puppies here, which is a sponge float. Helps to bring the grain all to the surface, and hopefully it'll be really consistent and look really good for the client.
That's one column finished, and the boys will be sad to see Greg go.
Okay, Greg, that's the end of our 2 days together. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a real pleasure having you on site with us these last couple of days. And just a small question, what was your favourite part of the job that we've had you doing?
Probably the actual plastering. Getting to do what you guys do every day, that was good to have a go at it.
I'm glad you liked it, because it seems to have picked it up quite naturally, I thought. And I kind of hope all our apprentices in the future can come on site and just pick up things and you know, ask the same questions that you have over the last couple of days. Hopefully everything goes well for you in the future, and hopefully see you on site sometime soon.
Exterior plastering apprentices learn plastering skills on the job and can specialise in either solid plastering or proprietary plaster cladding systems. On top of plastering skills, an apprentice will also learn general building and construction skills like scaffolding, safe use of hand and power tools, health and safety, and first aid. If you are creative, love being outside, getting physical and seeing the result of your work at the end of the day, then a BC ITO apprenticeship in exterior plastering is for you. Well, Greg, you made a great impression on the guys, so well done, mate. If you want to find out more information about a career in solid plastering or any of the careers featured on the shows, then all you have to do is jump on our program website. Grab a pen and paper because I'll have all those details for you a little later on. When we come back, I am so jealous. Thomas gets to go behind the scenes of an Auckland Ferrari and Maserati workshop, and no one even invited me. See you after this. This is Just the Job. You're watching Just the Job, and if you're thinking about a career, or maybe you want to change from the career you're in, then stay tuned, because this show could spark a turning point when it comes to your work life. Now, Thomas has always been pretty handy when it comes to anything mechanical, so now he's going to get to see what's involved in servicing the kind of cars that sadly will always be out of my price range.
Hi, my name's Thomas Larson. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Taupaki in West Auckland. Today I'm most looking forward to playing around with the Ferraris and learning heaps. Oh, and definitely going for a ride. Definitely going for a ride.
Well, can a car be more prestigious than a Ferrari or a Maserati? We've brought Thomas to Auckland's Continental Cars, and above their shiny showroom is a state-of-the-art workshop dedicated to servicing the cars.
Good morning, Thomas. Welcome. My name is Dwayne Jarrett. I'm the after-sales manager for Continental Car Services, and welcome to Ferrari Maserati. I don't think there's ever been a more exciting time to be in the industry. It's very clinical, it's very high tech. We're looking for individuals that can meet the challenge, I guess, of the industry. And so Thomas, behind me is where the vehicles enter and exit the workshop, and to the right is our grooming bay.
There's general service bays, a factory tooling area and 2 purpose-built diagnostic bays, which hook up to extraction ducting and laptop computers.
As you can see, this is a very clinical environment. Even down to the clothes you wear, they need to be clean. Presentation is everything, and it's even more so important with the brands that we're dealing with here.
Well, Thomas already knows his way around an engine, so under technician Aaron Gamble's watchful eye, he's straight into helping out on a service.
These cars are top end. They are works of art in their own right. The technology we see in some of these cars, and in particular Ferrari, Maserati, has come straight off the racetrack.
That racetrack technology extends to identifying faults. 28 computers are packed on board this Ferrari 612 Scaglietti, and if a fault occurs, the car is quick to tell what to fix.
Yeah, Thomas, we've got a 612 Scaglietti Ferrari here. The owner's complaint is the engine malfunction light's on. So what we'll do is we'll plug our tester in and see what comes up. Our error is cylinder 1 injection malfunction.
Simple as that. It's all right there.
A strobe light is used to indicate if there's an electrical problem to the failed injector. If it doesn't light, then there's an electrical glitch.
That's it.
The diagnostic computer is hooked up and the strobe light fails to light.
So what we need to do now is we'll go check the wiring actually at the plug. So you can see that the wire wasn't located in properly. So we'll just push it home.
With the wire reconnected, the problem is fixed.
It's a very computer-orientated industry. Diagnostic skills are very important. Being able to think outside the square, but also having a strong level of basic knowledge of the motor industry is important. So the apprenticeship scheme is key to that. It lays a platform for a young person to learn skills, and then we add to that with specialist training.
17-year-old Nick Maravich has just started his automotive technician apprenticeship with the New Zealand Motor Industry Training Organisation. Nick was originally employed as a car groomer at Continental Car Services before applying for his apprenticeship position.
And were you pleased that it turned out to be Ferraris that you're working on?
Oh, of course. I couldn't probably wish for anything better.
I'd second that.
And if you're going to work on the greatest cars in the world, you need the tools to match. Every technician here owns their own customised set of tools.
It's a pretty impressive range of spanners you got, yeah.
Yeah, I know we need sort of special spanners for certain jobs, for getting in tight spaces. You have small ones and then the gear wrench ones, and they're really easy to take off. The other tools that I've got for undoing like engine mount bolts and stuff, makes the job a hell of a lot easier.
Look like you've got it all pretty much sorted.
Being a technician in this industry, it is a real career. It has a career path. It's not second prize. You know, being in the motor industry today is a first-class career that can take you a long way.
Thomas is getting up to speed on a pre-delivery check of a brand spanking new 599.
Just worth over $500,000. So we have roughly about 10 hours to make sure that it's all ready for the owner to pick up.
Level of customer expectation and customer service today is a very important part of the automotive industry, and the expectations of our customers, rightly so, are always lifting. We sort of try and mirror ourselves on a five-star hotel image, and we try and give the customer an experience that they can't forget or they don't want to forget.
A new Maserati Grand Sport is also having its final pre-delivery check.
Part of the process of pre-delivering a car is we check over the vehicle, make sure everything's tight, computers are all reset, bodywork's fine, and then we've got to go over and make sure that the suspension's all set up for the New Zealand roads.
As part of every pre-delivery check, the suspension is adjusted and fine-tuned for a perfect ride. That adjustment needs to be tested, and Thomas is getting revved up.
Let's go for a drive.
Wicked. The last couple of days have been absolutely indescribable. I've experienced more than I ever thought I would. It's been awesome. That was intense, amazing, awesome.
So after 2 days surrounded by some of the most prestigious cars in the world, it's time for the brakes to go on.
Thomas, thank you very much for spending the last 2 days with us, and I hope you enjoyed yourself and you did a fantastic job. So I'd like to present you with this motor vehicle.
Thank you very
for your
much.
time. Thank you. Please enjoy yourself. Only joking, mate. Only joking.
You can begin your automotive career with the Startup program while you are still at school. There is also the option of completing a national certificate in motor industry entry skills with strands in automotive electrical and mechanical and collision repair before starting your apprenticeship. Career prospects are good. You can expand your opportunities with Maito's Advanced Technician ATEC program or consider business management qualifications. Well, you didn't get the keys this time, mate, but who knows, maybe one day you might. So thanks, Thomas, and everyone else who featured in today's program. Today, there are so many careers out there, deciding which one's right for you can be a really stressful decision to make. So we certainly hope our programs have helped take the stress away and made it that much easier for you to decide. And if it wasn't easy enough, then here's Sarah from Career Services with some great tips about asking questions during your job interview.
At the end of an interview, most people will ask if you have any questions, and it's a good idea to have some prepared. You could look on the Career Services website for questions to ask, such as, what would an average day be like? Or what do you think is the biggest challenge of this role? If they've already answered your questions, just say, I did have some, but you've answered them already. Thanks. Try to avoid asking about pay rates or holidays though. There'll be time to find that out once they've decided you're the right person for the job.
Well, that's all we could fit in for this week, but don't worry, we are back again next week and we'll have another 3 careers and, of course, more helpful advice. Now is when you want that pen, because all the information about the careers you've just seen and for more info about how to make that right career choice can be found by simply going to our program website, www.tvnz.co.nz, and enter the keywords Just the Job. Happy hunting, I'll catch you next week.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.